Hey guys, alright, so let's ignore the fact that I'm looking a hot mess right now. It's morning. I hadn't got ready for work yet. I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible. I wasn't gonna deal with this Chris Brown Rihanna thing at first. I'm the type of person, I come at it from the middle. I'm objective, and I'm not gonna assume automatically that because she's a woman, Rihanna, that she's just the ultimate victim here. I'm sorry, believe it or not, a lot of women contribute to their injury. And I'm not saying all domestic violence victims do. I'm saying that some of them do. Okay? So, I mean, I'm sorry, but a man can only take so much before he responds. That's just the truth of it. Now, what made me do this video was because I read this warrant that everyone is misrepresenting as a police report. It's not a police report, it's a search warrant. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even know where this information came from. Now, I don't know if you read it or not. You could just Google it and type in Chris Brown Rihanna police report. It's a search warrant that is for Verizon Wireless and T-Mobile, basically to get them to release the records, the phone records and the text messages and stuff from whatever occurred during that night. Now, this has nothing to do with. This isn't about a warrant for Chris Brown's arrest. This isn't saying that this is what he did. Honestly, to tell you the truth, a testimony will be signed and certified by the person that testified, okay? Also, too, or if this was a statement that was taken from someone, it would be signed and certified by the person that took the statement and the person that gave the statement. It's not signed and certified. The only signature on this thing here is from the judge of the Superior Court of California, who is issuing the warrant to T-Mobile and Verizon Wireless for the records, okay? So, in reading this thing, I'm noticing there is a lot of linguistic embellishment here. Like, why are you using adjectives and descriptive adjectives and things like that to, support or to embellish the story? Like, okay, here's the thing. When you have a police report, there are facts that are given, okay? There is not... It's not supposed to sound like a doggone short story, okay? That's not what it's supposed to sound like. It's supposed to be, this happened at approximately this time, this happened, yada, yada, yada. You don't go into saying stuff like, she placed her elbows and face near her lap in an attempt to protect her face and head from the barrage of punches being levied upon her by Brown. Barrage? Levied? Really? Like... He pulled over the vehicle, reached over her, opened her door, and was trying to push her out the car. Okay? Now, it says that he was unable to push her out the car because she was wearing her seatbelt. No, the reason why he couldn't get out the car is because she didn't want to get out the car. Okay? So if you sitting there having an argument with somebody, they putting their hands on you already because they pushing you, trying to push you out of the car. You staying in the car. You want to stay there. Okay, fine. That's stupid. She could have got out the car at that point, but that's okay, fine. Okay, she stays. Maybe she don't know that he about to beat the snap out of her. But then again, if, like they said, that she reported that he hit her before, she would know that he was about to hit her. But of course, that's a lie. He has never hit her before. And actually, what she reported was that they had other arguments, and that the only time that he had even put his hands on her was because she had slapped him. He pushed her against the wall and told her to calm down. Now, she admitted the fact that she would up and slap him upside his head, and that she attacked him. She actually admitted to attacking him. Anyway, so let's just keep going with this story, though, this version of it. So she picks up her cell phone to call her personal assistant, and instead of actually calling her or whatever, she did call her, but the voicemail came on. She pretends to call or pretends to talk to the girl and say, I'm on my way home. Make sure the cops are there when I get there. Okay, let me just say, a man is beating you upside your head. Pop, 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 punching you. Your mouth is filled with blood. Blood is all over the car. And you gonna pretend to call somebody to tell them to call the police? Why would you feel like you need to mess with his head any more than what's already wrong with it if he's beating you up? So she picks up her phone again, and then notice this too. He let her make the phone call. She picks up her phone again and starts texting to her other assistant, and then all of a sudden he gets the phone and throws it out the window. So he was okay with you calling somebody and telling them to call the police. All right? But when you start texting, and that's when he got mad and threw the phone on. So dumb chick, and this is all assuming that this is true, which I'm telling you is not. She gets his cell phone out his lap. Okay, again, you in a car with somebody who's beating the crap out of you. Why are you bothering him? Why are you provoking him? Why are you even touching him? Why aren't you out on the street tucking and rolling? So then he stops the vehicle. She turns off the car, gets the keys, and sits on them. She sits on the keys. Are you trying to piss him off even more? Like, no. It doesn't say she ran with the keys. It doesn't say that she got out and started screaming with the keys. No, it says she sat on them. And towards the end of the situation, she finally brings her knees up and starts pushing him or kicking him with her feet or whatever. All of a sudden, this is when she starts screaming for help. And as soon as she starts screaming for help, Chris Brown just ups and leaves the car and walks away. So this whole time that he been, levying this barrage of punches upon her, she hasn't screamed, cried for help. She hasn't said anything. And then all of a sudden, as soon as she gets to the point where she's actually kicking him or whatever and trying to get away from him, now she wants to get away from him. I guess it got serious. Now she's screaming for help. And Chris Brown decides, you know what, I'm done. I'm done punching you. Because you cried uncle, and I'm done. Really? There's too much wrong in this story right here. And then, honestly, I read somewhere else where it says, well, a lot of these people like TMZ, these blog sites and stuff have been reporting that a woman called the police, when actually it wasn't a woman, it was a rabbi who lived nearby. And basically the way he recounted the situation was that he heard screaming. He heard someone screaming. And who was it screaming? Rihanna. And what did he see when he looked outside? He saw this woman screaming at his face, at Chris Brown's face, and Chris Brown was standing there calm. Now this is what this man said, okay? This is what the rabbi said. She was screaming out of control and he was extremely calm, okay? It says that Rihanna was not screaming for help, she was just screaming. So he called the police because they were causing a big commotion. But of course, that's not reported because that would be too much. That would be too much like possibly accurate. Okay, no, people would rather report, of course, that Rihanna is the victim and Chris Brown is the assailant because it's easier to assume that a 6'2" man was beating on this little girl or whatever. It's easier to acknowledge that and say that that's how it went down. Ike and Tina just don't work right. If Tina is beating on Ike or if Tina is aggravating Ike. Okay, it just don't work. This is not all Chris Brown attacking her. That search warrant, what you read, is not how it actually happened. I'm confident in that. Because one, that search warrant, what they said happened is not even congruent. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make common sense. And if somebody would actually take the time to step outside of their prejudices, their own personal issues with domestic violence, and would actually just read through it and try to picture how this happened in your mind, and the fact that this happened over 30 minutes, not 3, but 30. Okay, because apparently this whole thing started at 12:25, and she didn't call Melissa until 12:55. Okay, so this 30 minutes in this time where this woman has sat there and subjected herself or allowed herself to be subjected to abuse or violence or whatever, because she had plenty of opportunities to get out of the car, get away from the man, tuck and roll out the side of the door, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had opportunities to get away from this man. She took the keys and sat on them. Okay, this is if this mess is true, which I'm confident that it's not. But I mean, I just hate that people don't even take the time to read between the lines, pay attention, analyze. Anyway, I'm just gonna end it here because this thing pisses me off. I swear I can't stand the situation. I wish it had never happened. I feel bad for Chris Brown. I wish that he had just gone ahead and stuck with or went with Jordan Sparks and hollered at her instead, because this would never have happened. Okay, this would never ever have happened if it had been Jordan Sparks. And I really hope that he comes out and does an interview on what happened. I really hope that they come out in the open and tell what really happened so that they can clear themselves, because a lot of these stupid blog sites are going to keep this mess going. Anyway, that's all. I'm going to end it here. I will talk to you all later. Bye.